Hey, what's up, guys? This is Max Juhasz, and really, I just got back from from one of the most literally one of the most powerful events that I've ever been to, ever been a part of. One of the best trainings I've ever been a part of, and I've been meaning to do this for a while. I'm taking off my glasses just so that you don't get a glare. I really can't see without them, but I don't really need to see on this anyway. Um, I just want to tell you about why I'm going to do what I'm going to do, if that makes sense. Um, and I'll tell you a little story about it first. Okay, I've been doing some online marketing now for a little over a year, and up until a few months ago, I struggled. I beat my head against the wall trying to figure out what I was doing wrong, what I was doing right, whatever. And then all of a sudden, it just like clicked, because making money online isn't really that difficult if you know what you're doing, if you know how to do it, like what you're supposed to do. And last month I actually had my biggest month online. I mean, it wasn't anything huge. I made close to like, you know, I think with everything totaled up, it was about 500-600 bucks. But that to me was a massive breakthrough. Because like I've got my offline business. And for those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Max Juhasz. I'm a co-founder of Team in the Black. Um, one of the originators of the IPA formula. Um, I'm a small business owner. I've been running an art company now for almost a decade. I've helped inspire and motivate, and literally, like I've helped a lot of people in their lifetime. And in my primary offline business, um, I've done a lot. I've done a lot. I can say that I've pretty much accomplished everything that I ever wanted to do in that business, and I'm just tired of it. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of the daily grind. And even though my business made close to $150,000 last year, I'm not happy doing it. And it's like I've been able to, and this is where the shift has happened. I've connected with some amazing people, and here's the thing about this, guys, and what you guys got to realize, and this is what I'm gonna kind of break off with. I am not lucky in any way, shape, or sense of the word. If anything, I if you asked me when I was in high school if I'd be sitting here, talking about $1 million game plan, at the age of 36, um, I'd be laughing to myself because, or if you asked me a long time ago, like literally, I would have told you that you were crazy because I didn't plan on living this long. For a long time, I thought I would have probably died before I hit 18. And then I got to 18, and then I made it to 21, and then I made it to 23, and then I started taking my life serious. And a lot of this was because, um, my mom died when I was very young. I was 5 years old, and I just had all this, and I gotta get this down on camera. I don't really care who watches this. I just got to get this down and record it because this is I think the only way to just to get some clarity sometimes is to actually get it all down on camera. But literally, I literally watched my mom die. You know what I'm saying? It was cancer. Cancer killed her. Killed her pretty quick too. And my dad managed to raise three boys by himself. He was always a self-employed entrepreneur. He was an artist. I literally just got off a Google Hangout with my brother. We were talking about it, and it's funny. Like I didn't grow up like every other kid, but I grew up pretty dysfunctional and pretty screwed up because when you have that kind of tragedy at such a young age, you don't. It really just like shifts your entire mindset. on your expectations and what you think your life's going to be like, or your life expectancy, and you know what I mean? Like I thought I was going to die young, and especially like growing up where I grew up in inner city, right outside of Newark, New Jersey. Most of my friends they were great guys. You know what I mean? We all grew up in a pretty rough neighborhood. And I think a lot of us shared the same kind of mindset to where it's like, I might die tomorrow. I might die tomorrow, so screw it. Um, and then you get a little bit older, and you realize it's like, all right, I gotta do something with myself. So I ended up getting into, don't get me wrong, I had a lot of fun, but um, I got into sales when I was 23. I mean, I worked a lot of crappy jobs up until that point. I worked a ton of crappy jobs, like really crappy jobs, and I never held a job for more than 6 months because I'd always end up getting fired. Because part of me was just like, I grew up with my father, who was self-employed, who always worked for himself, never had a boss. He basically, he had clients and stuff that he did work with, but he never had a boss. He never went to a job. So I didn't have that not that 9 to 5 mindset. But I watched my dad work, literally almost 24 hours a day. If not 24, because obviously you have to sleep sometimes. But like when he wasn't working, he was usually shuttling us around or doing something else. And I mean, I can tell you all types of tragic stories, and I'm not even going to get into that. But I was a pretty screwed up kid, and I was extremely emotionally detached, and I I didn't trust people. You know, as far as I was concerned, if you know you weren't going to be around anyway, so it was just like, why even bother? And that had a lot of it affected a lot of things in my life. But beyond that, though, let's just move forward. Um, I survived. I ended up. It wasn't really a gang, but I mean, we were a pretty tight knit unit. Um, I got into some things, and by the time I was 23, and I kind of walked into an opportunity, and they were like, you know, we're gonna put you in business if if you do what we ask you to do, and I jumped on it. And I basically packed up my stuff and I just kind of left. And I was just like, I need to get out of here. I need to find myself. I need to figure something out. And I did it. And you know, now it's like 13, 14 years later, and I've been all over the country. I mean, I went from literally sleeping on a floor for 7, 8 months in a good buddy of mine's apartment to to basically running a business. And I put in the work, because I wanted it. Having a job to me was just horrible. And now I'm at the point to where I'm, I've realized that it's about taking it to the next level, you know. And it's like I've been playing very small. I've actually like stopped. I've kind of like put myself into this like virtual kind of pitfall. You know what I mean? I've kind of I haven't really tapped into like true power, or at least like challenged myself in a very long time. I've been very complacent with my position in life because, hey, I'm taking care of my family. I went from being like single guy doing all this stuff to like I'm a husband with 3 children, and they're gorgeous kids, and my kids, you know and that was the thing. Like when I was single, I didn't mind working like my dad worked, because to me that was what a man did. A man took care of his family, and I had that mentality to where it's like I should work all the time because my dad worked all the time, and because he worked all the time, that's how he supported us. So I should have the same kind of mentality. And then literally a year ago, my pseudo babysitters, because my wife wanted to work and I was working, and her parents were kind of watching the kids, and like her dad had a kind of like a mini heart attack, stroke, everything. He was in the hospital and like in and out of rehab for about, I want to say, 4 months, and I had to stop, like basically working like a psychopath to watch the kids and just help out around the house. And it took that for me to realize like what I had missed for the first almost 6 years of my son's life, for the first 3 years of my daughter's life, for the first year of my youngest son's life. I missed them growing up because I was working so hard in my business, trying to be a man and like take care of them, because I thought that's what I was supposed to do. And with that kind of happening, I was like, I know there's got to be something different. I know there's got to be something better. And there's got to be a way I can maintain and just like and raise a family and be a man and be there for my kids. Because there were times where like I would literally I'd be gone before they woke up, and I'd be home with maybe 20, 30 minutes to hang out with them before it was their bedtime. And that was a pretty normal thing. And when I was home, I was like, I'm not used to you guys. Like, you're all loud. It was screwed up. And I didn't realize it till it all happened. And a year later, dude, I've got the sickest vision right now of what I want to do. And because it was something that me and my brother had been talking about. Literally, me and my brothers and a few of my friends have been talking about since we were kids, because we were all artists. We were all really talented, but the one thing we lacked was the real knowledge on how to sell, like as an artist, which I think most artists lack. I was literally just talking to my brother, and he was just like, "Yeah, man," because I'm putting together this whole project right now, and I'm gonna do it, and it is gonna be sick. I've got almost a decade and a half of sales experience, and I'm working right now with some of the best marketers online. And this is going to be something revolutionary, because what I want to do and what I'm going to do and what I'm going to be allowed to do is I'm going to be able to teach artists to sell, and I'm going to be able to teach artists to get over that insecurity and that doubt and that artist mindset. You know what I mean? And this doesn't just apply to like visual art. I'm talking about if you want to be a sculpture guy, if you want to be a photographer, if you want to be a musician, if you want to do anything, like there are certain things that you have to understand and know about yourself, to really make the living that you want to make. And I get it. I get it. I was there. It's not supposed to be about the money. But you know what? Just like me, you're probably going to survive a lot longer than you think. And there are too many talented people out there. You could be one of them watching this, that you're sitting there beating your head against the wall because you're trying to make ends meet, and you're working crappy jobs, but like that that's not what you want to do, but you're doing it because you need to pay bills and you need to do this, you need to do that, but you're not like making the money that you want to make so that you can live the life that you want to live, which is really just, as an artist, what do you want to do? You just want to create stuff, right? I get it, because I was there. you know, and instead of going the starving artist route, I just, I found an art company. I sold art and I made money selling other people's stuff. And I still do. But it's not really what I want to do anymore. Because what I want to do is actually just, I want the freedom. I want the freedom to create again. I haven't actually, I started painting again like a couple months ago, but there was like a 2, 3, almost, I want to say 4 year break where I didn't do anything creative. And if you're watching this and you're an artist, like you understand, like that's just soul sucking. But I was doing it because I was working, and for me to work and take care of my family, like I didn't have time to be creative. And I've realized it's like what I lost, and since I got online and just like, here's the thing, like this is just the beginning of this, because I want to be, and I'm going to be around for my kids. I'm going to be around for my wife. I'm going to be around and be the father that I want to be. You know, my dad worked like a psychopath, and as much as he provided for us, like I didn't really like know my dad until I moved out and we became adults. And it's you know, that's just crazy. That's just crazy. So anyway, I want to help you. I want to help you achieve the goals that you want to achieve. And I want to help you live the life that you want to live. And I want to help you basically learn and teach you how to make money doing what you're great at and doing what you're passionate about. Because if there's anything that I've learned in selling art for the last 12, 13, 14, almost 15 years now, there's a buyer out there for what you have. Okay. And not only is there a buyer out there, but there are people that will pay you what you are worth. You just got to find them. And if you don't know how to market and you don't know how to sell, you're going to have a real hard time. Like the whole term starving artist just drives me crazy because it shouldn't be like that, but I guess that's been the pattern since the days of, the Renaissance painters and, the Impressionist painters and, you hear these stories about, well, Van Gogh and Monet and these guys, they didn't really get famous until they died. And that's BS. There's no reason that should be anymore. Because the same way you're sitting here watching me is the same way we could be promoting you to other people that are looking for art, that are looking for something that basically, instead of you just being an artist, you can literally be an artist, because that's the thing. Like for a lot of people, it's like, oh, you're an artist, you must be poor, and it's a screwed up mentality. If anything, I think artists, without art, man, the cultural society wouldn't be what it is. People need art, people need musicians, people need whether it's painting, sculpture, inspiration, color, people need that. They need you, and they need you to basically to not be afraid to like step out of your comfort zone and get some help with just how to market. Because if you're going to art school right now, whether you're paying for art school or you're just doing it all, grassroots, organic, and you're just I'm an artist, whatever. Most great artists don't get discovered because they never embrace it. They don't think they can make a living being an artist, so they got to get shitty jobs. That's not the way it should be. And a lot of times the not so talented ones become the most famous ones, or the most highly paid ones, because they know how to sell, because they know how to market, because they know how to get themselves in front of people and do things. And it shouldn't necessarily be like that. If anything, you know what I'm saying? If you're talented and you know you're worth a lot more, you should be able to get paid for your passion. You should be able to get paid for what you love. And I'm not talking about visual. If you're a writer, I don't care, man. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, if you're a chef, you can cook, you should get paid for that. Food is an art. It's anything. If you can do tattoos, if you can, whatever. Don't think that I am talking to you, but I'm not just like generalizing. I'm not like specifying I will only work with. No, no, no. If you feel you're a creative artist, and you can create work, you can paint furniture, you can paint walls, you could do ink, you could do whatever, you could write poetry, you should get paid for it, because there's somebody out there that will pay for your work. Okay. But you just got to get out there and do it. And what I've got here, as you click around this wonderful blog, I have a platform that can help you. And I will be coming out with some unbelievable training to actually show you how to market and make money doing what you love. Okay. I needed to get this out, because it's like, there's been a resistance. I've been resistant to it for some reason. And I never really understood why. But I think it was also like, I can't promote something and I can't sell something that I don't believe in. And I had just like one of the most amazing, epic like shifts this last week, where it's not like me talking about it, not believing it. Oh, I'm going to do it. You may not know me, but just watch. And for those of you that do know me, get on board now, because this is where you want to be. I'm going to help some people take, screw 10x. I'm talking 100x. We're going to do something crazy. We're going to do something crazy. Anyway, I think this is what I needed. And hopefully, you enjoyed watching this. There's a link below this video, on the side of this video, somewhere around here. There's a link. Click that link. I want to introduce you to some friends of mine. And I want to show you the system that they've created that has helped me make some money online. It's going to help me make a whole lot more money online. Income disclosure. Not everybody's going to do it, because some people are just going to fuck around and not go to work, and other people are actually going to see an opportunity and get serious about it. Okay? Hopefully you're serious, because I only want to work with serious people, because I'm serious about what my next chapter in life is. And my next chapter in life is going to be, realistically, it's going to be with 100% dedication, 200% dedication. I'm going to help some people. And I don't have a number on that amount of people, but I'm going to help some people who are ready to be helped, who are tired of just, doing work for clients that they hate, or just, not getting paid what they're worth or whatever. I want to help you get paid what you're worth. That's the new shift. That's the new goal. That's what we're going to do. Okay. So click any of the links on the side of this and let's get busy. Anyway, when is it's late now. I need to go to bed because I got a lot of work to do. Hope you enjoyed this video. You will see me again. Click the link. Let's get busy. Peace.